Hi everyone and welcome to Lipstick on a Rig. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this basket that we made out of scrap pieces of yarn that we had left over from other projects. Hi everyone, to get started grab your size N or 15 crochet hook. If you don't have one this size, then just grab the biggest crochet hook that you have. And we're going to grab 3 different strands of yarn. It's okay to use all the same color. Of course, these are just small scrap strands that I had. And I'm actually going to be using more than just these 3 to make a basket, but these are going to be my 3 original strands here. I found it's easiest if you have your yarn in balls, because then they can just kind of roll around. So go ahead and gather your 3 strands so that they kind of form one string of yarn here. And it's okay if they're different sizes, different weights, even if they're cotton and acrylic. This is just for scrap yarn, so they don't have to be the same size. If you do have a chunkier yarn in here, it's going to be a more dominant color in your pattern, so just keep that in mind. And what you're going to want to do first is go ahead and tie a magic circle. And if you're not sure how to do that, just check the links in the description and I have a tutorial listed there. So once you have your magic circle, go ahead and place 12 double crochets inside of it. And it might be a little bit confusing at first to work with the 3 strands of yarn, but just be patient and it'll get better. So once you have your 12 double crochets inside your magic circle, just go ahead and pull your tail tightly, just like that. And now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to place 2 double crochets in each of these 12 stitches across, and you should have a total of 24 stitches when you're done. And it should be a little bit easier to work inside of these stitches now. So go ahead and place your first double crochet. And we're going to place one more in that same stitch. And I'm actually going to use a stitch marker, which is just going to be a spare piece of yarn in that first stitch here. So I'm just going to slide it in through the top of that stitch. And I'm just going to draw it through. And that way I don't have to keep count all the way across for each of these rows. So now I'm just going to go ahead and place 2 more double crochets in the next stitch. And I'm going to do that all the way around until I get back to my stitch marker. Once you reach your stitch marker, go ahead and pull it out, and that's how you know that this is going to be your first stitch of the next row. So our pattern for this row is going to be to place 1 double crochet in the next stitch and then 2 double crochets in the following stitch. We should have a total of 36 double crochets when we're done. So follow that pattern going all the way around your row, switching off between 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets until you get back to your stitch marker. And once you get to the end of your row, go ahead and remove your stitch marker, and we are going to follow a very similar pattern. We're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then we're going to place 2 double crochets in that 3rd stitch, and we're just going to follow that pattern going all the way around. And once you get to the end of your row, go ahead and remove your stitch marker. Now, if this is about the size of the basket that you want, you can go ahead and stop increasing, but I'm going to go with 1 more increasing row so that this can fit on my bookshelf nicely. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches and then 2 double crochets in that 4th stitch. And now I'm just going to repeat that pattern going all the way around, placing 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches and then 2 double crochets in that 4th stitch. And you should have a total of 60 stitches when you're done. Once you've reached the end of your row and removed your stitch marker, what we're going to do is we're going to start building the basket going up. So this is going to be the bottom of the basket. And in order to do that, we're going to switch to placing single crochets. So all I want you to do is place 1 single crochet in each stitch across. And you're going to do that for the entire row. And then you're just going to repeat that going all the way around multiple rows until the basket reaches your desired height. So as you can see, this is a continuous loop pattern, which means you don't have to start and stop each row. So all you're going to do is just continue to place 1 single crochet in each stitch across, just like this. I'm going to quickly show you how you can add a new strand of yarn as you run out. So here you can see my blue's running out, so I went ahead and grabbed another blue. So now all I want to do is drop my new strand of blue over my current strands here, like this, and then take the old strand and sort of tuck it back behind. So I'm holding both of these in place back here, and now all I'm going to do is just continue to crochet with my new strand. So I'm going to insert my hook into the next loop, and then I'm going to place my single crochet. And this one's going to be a little bit awkward because you are holding that one in place. But after you place your first stitch, it should be pretty firmly in place like that. And there you go, you are now crocheting with your new strand. So all you have to do is just repeat that process as you run out of each of these strands of yarn. So once you've gotten your basket to your desired height, you have a couple of options. You can either continue to crochet and then you can create kind of like a fold to roll this over on, so when you sit your basket up it kind of has like a nice neat little finish there. Or you can just leave it upright like this, and I'll show you how to tie that off in a little bit, or you can create handles, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So to create the handles, just go ahead and chain 8 from wherever you are in your pattern. So once you have your 8 chains, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and skip 8 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then going right into that 9th stitch, we're going to place a single crochet. From here, you just want to place 1 single crochet in the next 21 stitches so that you have a total of 22 single crochets. And once you're done placing your single crochets, you should have 22 between here and your crochet hook. From here, all you want to do is chain 8 again. And once you have your 8 chains, go ahead and skip 8 stitches. And place 1 single crochet in your 9th stitch. And so now you just want to place single crochets until you get back to your basket handle on the other side. Once you get back to your basket handle, what I want you to do is place 10 single crochets around your chain stitch. So all you want to do is insert your hook up underneath your chain stitch like that, and then continue placing your single crochet. And go ahead and do that 10 times until you get to the other side of your handle. And once you're done placing your single crochets, your handle should look something like this. So now all I want you to do is place single crochets in the 22 stitches between the handles. And once you reach the other handle, all you're going to want to do is place 10 single crochets around this chain stitch, just like we did for the other handle. And once you're done placing your 10 single crochets around the handle, all you're going to want to do is place 1 single crochet in the next couple of stitches. So I'm just going to do the next 3. And then you're just going to want to place 1 slip stitch in the next 3 stitches. From here, you're just going to want to tie off your yarn. So once you've tied off your yarn, all you're going to want to do is hide these tails inside of these stitches. I also like to make sure that I tuck in any of my tails from where I had to trade off my yarn. And what I usually do is I tuck them into the inside and then I tie them together a few times. And once you're done tucking your tails, it should look something like this. Please let me know in the comments below if you experienced any issues while you were trying to make this basket, and I will do my best to help you out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, Lipstick on a Rig. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, awesome day.